Morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing on this wonderful Thursday morning? I hope you guys are having a great day. Uh, we've got news coming out of the NFL that the Miami Dolphins have fired their head coach, Mike McDaniel, which could mean either John Harbaugh or somebody else is going to go down and be the new head coach for the Miami Dolphins. Now, it is also being reported that John Harbaugh will not be interviewing for any coaching jobs until next week. So that could also mean he is waiting to see if teams in the playoffs are one and done and could be looking for a new head coach. So this is very, very interesting news going into Super Wild Card weekend, right? You've got a Super Bowl winning head coach who was with the Ravens for 18 years, who's like, hey, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till next week and see what happens this weekend before I decide where I might want to go and be a head coach.
You see the Raiders did what's his name? The coach they already had. I think it was Pierce.
No. I heard that he might be going to New York.
Oh, okay. And then they I think they interviewed Kubiak or something.
They're going to interview Clint Kubiak, Vance Joseph, Davis Webb, and Brian Flores.
I don't think Vance Joseph would do it.
I don't know if Vance Joseph would go to the Raiders since they would be in the same division as the Broncos. I don't think he would do that.
I don't think so.
I really don't.
Why would you go to Vegas? They have a lot. They have a lot to do.
Right, but you also have the number one overall draft pick. You also have Ashton Genty. You have Brock Bowers. You still have, as we know of right now, Max Crosby. You're going to have a lot of cap space. Tom Brady is going to be put more in with the decisions of the Raiders this year. So, yeah.
What's going on? Somebody's trying to buy some percentage of the Raiders. Trying to buy most of the team out of Brady and whatever the other guy's name is, Davis.
Mark Davis. I have not heard anything about that.
Good. Somebody's trying to buy them for $10 million.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. That organization is worth, I think, like $3 or $4 billion.
$10 billion.
Oh, like that organization is worth a lot more than that. No, I seriously doubt Mark Davis is ever going to sell that team. I don't think Tom Brady is going to give up any of his minority ownership with that team either. What's going on, one and only Jordan? Richie Richman, I'm so sorry for your loss, brother.
I'll buy him.
But yeah, I seriously doubt Mark Davis will sell the team that his dad was so proud of, and I think that Brady's going to have more of a say this year when it comes to the draft, when it comes to head coaching, when it comes to free agency. Because we got to remember, last year Tom Brady really did not have that big of a say in it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens this year.
Armchair, who do you have winning out of the Packers and the Bears?
I have the Packers. The Packers almost beat the Bears the last time that they played in Green Bay. If it wasn't for a botched onside kick recovery, they would have won. On top of that, you're going to have Jordan Love back healthy. Jacobs is going to be healthy.
I mean, Malik Willis is doing great, though. I mean, like,
no, you're putting in Jordan Love. You're putting in Jordan Love. And knowing that you're going to put in Jordan Love and knowing what Malik Willis can do, having him as a backup is going to be very good going into the playoffs. Harbaugh with a strong connection to Ross. That defense is going to miss Micah Parsons. Yeah, the defense is going to miss Micah. But again, they almost beat the the Bears without Micah. They almost beat the Bears without Jordan Love. So it's not hard to see them going in there and beating them. Thought about the Texans, Josh. I think the Texans are going to. I think the Texans are going to beat the Steelers. Yes, I just did a video about the Dolphins firing Mike McDonald. What's up?
They are going to beat the Steelers.
What's up, all videos?
Dolphins did fire McDonald. They did.
Yes, they fired him this morning, McDaniel.
Yep.
No,
I
McDonald.
thought he was. I heard something that he was staying.
Yeah, but when you get a coach like John Harbaugh out there, that changes a lot of things. That's why in my video when I was talking about John Harbaugh this morning, about him waiting until Monday to start doing interviews. If the Bills are one and done, with everybody saying what's going on, guys? How you doing there on the Red app? With everybody saying that this is Josh Allen's year, that you don't got Mahomes, you don't got Burrow, you don't got Lamar Jackson, that there should be no problem for him, none of that, right? Well, if the Bills go into Jacksonville and absolutely, drop a stink bomb and get mollywopped, that Harbaugh is out there. Who's to say that come Sunday night, Sean McDermott is gone, and opening a brand new stadium next year, they bring in John Harbaugh. So
I feel like they would just elevate Joe Brady at that point, no?
you feel like, yeah, I like the Broncos. I still feel like the Bills will somehow sneak out. This is all hypothetical. This is all hypothetical of what could happen, what might happen, right? Again, with John Harbaugh and his representatives coming out and saying, look, we are not going to interview until Monday. That means they are waiting to see what happens in the playoffs. Again, if the Eagles lose, everybody wants Sirianni gone anyway, even though they just won a Super Bowl. They want him gone. What if the Bills lose? Would they get rid of McDermott? There's so many possibilities that could happen.
I think McDermott should get fired because he hasn't got them past the AFC Championship.
Well, here's the deal, though. That's what I'm saying. Everybody is saying that this year is Josh Allen's year, right? That's what every pundit is saying. That's what they're saying on ESPN, on Fox, on CBS, that this is Allen's year. That nobody is standing in his way, right? No Burrow, no Lamar, no Mahomes. That Allen should have a clear path to Super Bowl 60 and a Super Bowl ring. So if they go into Jacksonville on Sunday and they do not come out the victor, does that mean that the owners of the Bills can sit back on, okay, well, again, we are opening this brand new stadium next year. Could McDermott be gone after all these last years of them making it to the playoffs and doing nothing? Losing in the divisional round, losing in the conference championship game, not being able to get to the Super Bowl, winning their division, and now not winning their. You got to remember, right? The Bills have won their division, I think, the last 6 years, except for this year. The Patriots won the division. So that's another notch against Sean McDermott. They did not continue winning the division. They don't have a home playoff game. The only way they will have a home playoff game is if they play the Chargers in the AFC Championship game.
Which is probably a 0.1% chance of happening.
So you got to look at it that way. This is the NFL. NFL stands for not for long. You don't win. You don't get what the organization wants you. And before anybody goes, oh, they won't do that. Did anybody see the Ravens firing John Harbaugh after 18 years, a Super Bowl victory? Oh, and on top of that, they just gave him a 3-year deal.
Yes, only because Lamar Jackson exists and he gets anything he wants.
Right.
Right.
Okay. You just said that because of Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Don't you think Josh Allen is going to get whatever he wants in Buffalo?
No.
Yes, you just paid the guy 6-year, $330 million deal with $250 million guaranteed.
Sure, he didn't ask for this receiving for.
So if you don't get to a Super Bowl, again, with everybody on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Fox Sports, Fox Channel, CBS Sports, CBS Networks, ESPN, all of them saying that this is the easiest path for Josh Allen to win a Super Bowl. and you go into Jacksonville week 1 of the playoffs and you lose, you have to sit back and think there is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
I say it's going to. If he doesn't win it, and
I feel like he's gonna.
Knowing again that John Harbaugh is sitting right there.
I don't know if they're planning with Joe Brady, but if that offense looks like shit, I'm getting rid of Joe Brady. I'm getting rid of anything offense related. I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow manage to bring in Mike McDaniel.
I'll tell you this, who are you talking about? The Bills?
Yeah.
No, if the Bills lose, they're cleaning house completely. Completely.
And that's where Mike McDaniel.
Mile High Montana, yes, they are. Every single person on the internet and on Fox Sports, they are 100% saying that this is the easiest pass for Josh Allen.
And if the Bills have too much expectations that I don't think they can deliver. They go the 6th seed in the playoffs, they'll have home playoff games, and that's haven't happened in a while. A team got to the Super Bowl without having a home playoff game.
Right. The only way the Bills would have a home playoff game is if the Chargers and the Bills make it to the AFC Championship game, because the Bills are the 6th seed and the Chargers are the 7th seed. That is the only way.
And I'm calling that unlikely to even happen.
So I'm not saying it's going to happen that McDermott's going to be gone.
McDermott is on the hot seat.
He straight up is. He is on the hot seat. No, they expect him to do it. They really do. I don't expect him to do it because I don't trust that defense of the Buffalo Bills.
You score a lot on them.
I trust the defense more than I do anything.
So
Good. What's gonna happen to Bowles, the coach of the Buccaneers? Is he gonna get fired?
no, they've already said that Todd Bowles is staying another year. I do believe they just fired their offensive coordinator, though. But from what I've been reading from Adam Schefter and Jay Fowler and them, Todd Bowles is safe in Tampa Bay for one more year.
You know what I wouldn't hate? Mike McDaniel in Atlanta. I wouldn't hate that.
Neither would I.
Hey, Hunter, you know the Chiefs fired like 3 of their coaches yesterday and yesterday.
What's that?
You know they fired Todd Kingston today and fired their wide receiver coach yesterday.
Just because Mahomes, Jackson, and Burrow are at home doesn't make the AFC play. Yeah, it doesn't make it weak. Yes, I did a video about that this morning. That's what we're talking about with Mike McDaniels being gone. Now, I do believe Mike McDaniels is going to be an offensive coordinator next year, where you could see him in Philadelphia. You could see him actually in a multitude of places. I don't think Mike McDaniels is going to get a head coaching job next year. I do believe he will go back and be a coordinator, and there's nothing wrong with that. We saw the same thing with Josh McDaniel. Josh McDaniel was not a good head coach, but he was a good offensive coordinator, and he is still a good offensive coordinator. And Mike McDaniel's come off of the Kyle Shanahan tree, the Kyle Shanahan coaching tree.
Do all offensive coordinators call the plays, or do some of the coaches do?
No, not all of them do. It's like the Denver Broncos, right? The Broncos offensive coordinator does not call the plays. Sean Payton does.
What does he do, Doug?
You still need an offensive coordinator. Even if your coordinator does not call the plays, you still need a coordinator because he is the guy that gets, how do I put this? He's like the guy that runs the offensive practice, if that makes sense. He just doesn't call plays.
I think he does all the grunt work and then.
Correct. He does all the grunt work that every other offensive coordinator does, except he does not get to call plays.
I think the Dolphins fucked up getting rid of McDaniels, but that's just me.
Again, when you have the caliber of a head coach like John Harbaugh,
Hello.
you do, again, this is the NFL, and on top of that, look at all the problems Miami has had over the last couple of years.
But look at their quarterback situation.
Exactly, you got to look at their quarterback. And here's this is another thing. You could be resetting this franchise, right? You bring in John Harbaugh. You allow John Harbaugh to draft his quarterback to get rid of Tua. You keep Quinn Ewers as a backup. You allow John Harbaugh to draft his quarterback. You have Waddle, unless he wants to trade him for more draft capital. You know you're not bringing back Hill. And you start to rework this team. Now, on the flip side, does John Harbaugh want to be part of a rebuild? That's the other question. Would Harbaugh want to be a part of a rebuild? Because the Miami Dolphins are going to be technically a soft rebuild.
I think if he goes anywhere, which this is also insane that I said this like 3 days ago and it's happening. Antonio Pierce is interviewing with the Giants, but John Harbaugh on the Giants would just make the most sense.
I had said that yesterday, and I pretty much got laughed at. KOC isn't going anywhere in Minnesota because you really can't fire your head coach when your first-round quarterback only plays 9 games. I doubt Harbaugh would go to the Raiders because he's not going to play in the same division as his brother.
I could foresee if he does end up being an OC, Mike McDaniels next to Jim Schwartz being the offensive coordinator for the Browns would make no sense.
Well, you gotta hire your head coach first. You gotta hire your head coach first, and then allow him to bring in the people that he wants.
And what's going on with Deion Sanders is going to go to the Browns?
Deion Sanders is not going to the Browns.
bro.
I saw that on some TV show, but I don't know how true that was.
Deion Sanders is not going to the Browns.
From the sounds of it here in Cleveland, it really does sound like it's going to be sports series.
No, the Deion Sanders is staying with Colorado.
Yeah, he was just
They're
talking
not
about
really,
his
if you
recruit.
notice, the Browns really aren't interviewing really high candidates. It's going to be Jim Schwartz.
Like,
They have to abide by the Rooney rule, so there's a DC from the Seahawks.
In about 1 mile, turn right.
Well, I'm interested to see where that DC from Minnesota goes.
Oh, Flores?
Yeah, Brian Flores.
I don't
That's
think
going
he
to
goes
be tough.
anywhere.
I think he may go to Miami.
No, he was already.
Well,
in
there you go, Jordan. Jordan, you make an interesting point. Harbaugh to Atlanta, but you need a more promising quarterback. Well, you're probably about to get rid of Kirk Cousins. You're most likely going to keep your rookie quarter or your second-year quarterback, Michael Pittman Jr. as a backup, and you most likely will draft another quarterback in Atlanta.
I can see Brian Flores probably in Baltimore.
What pick do the Falcons have?
Let me look. They have.
I don't think they have a pick. I think they traded their pick to the Rams.
Yeah, they do not.
If you don't have a first round pick, I would not even try to get a quarterback.
Why? You can go get Ty Simpson in the second round. He declared.
Yeah, Ty Simpson is. I don't know why people have Ty Simpson as a first rounder. He is not a first round quarterback.
It's because the quarterbacks always do this, armchair, where we go into a draft and all these guys get over evaluated.
Yep.
They did it with Kenny Pickett. They do it with Malik Willis. They do it all the time, armchair. It's crazy.
Oh no, I agree. As soon as the combine happens at the end of February, which I will be following drastically. Hopefully, I can go. I don't know yet. But there's always those good flashes at the combine.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be, look, and armchair is probably going to be one of the guys that you didn't suspect coming out of this year's draft. That's probably going to be the better on a team that we go, man, like, I didn't see Tyler Shugg being better than Cam Ward as far as, like, progressions, numbers.
Oh, I did.
No, I'm just saying, like, as far as like the
Raiders
the
cap
value
looks
of it, right?
like.
So that's what I mean.
Let me hold on. Let me pull up the Raiders cap for you next year.
You also have to realize Tyler Shuck is in a much better situation.
The Raiders have $110.2 million in cap space next year. The Raiders have $110.2 million in cap space.
That's pre getting rid of Geno somehow, right?
No, that's what it looks like. This is what it looks like with Geno on the team. You get rid of Geno. Let's see here. Dead cap 18, so 9. You would save 17. So you could add another 17 million onto it if you cut Geno Smith.
I don't think Ty Simpson is a franchise quarterback.
Neither do I. I think Ty Simpson needs to stay in Alabama, but I think I heard he did declare for the draft. I'm not sure.
He declared.
He did declare, yeah.
Like, let's be honest with ourselves here. There are very few quarterbacks that come out of the draft every so often that are coming out as a franchise quarterback. 78% of these quarterbacks are always going to be a project. They like coming from going into the NFL. That always happens.
Oh, I agree, Montana, that Ty Simpson should have stayed.
I'm not mad at Ty Simpson for the
Hi, mamas.
People saying next year's draft is going to be way better for quarterbacks. So if you can go in the second round this year and compare it to the third,
No, he's getting the right information.
Yeah, so I'm not mad at him for declaring, but
yeah, no, Ty Simpson is like he's a guy that we don't know what he could progress into, but like based off of the film that you've seen on tape against stiff competition, he's not like this franchise quarterback that you build around. He's somebody that you would have to develop and hope for the best.
It might be a project though, Denver. He might be a project.
It's a dice roll.
Yeah, but you put him behind somebody that's decent and let him learn.
Yeah, you go to the right
team. Okay, so but who would be the right team? You guys were saying Atlanta, but he wouldn't be behind anybody. He would be starting.
No, I didn't say Atlanta. I didn't say that at all.
I think Stafford goes one more year.
I think it would be perfect. I mean, Atlanta makes the most sense if Stafford doesn't
I think they bring him back.
Atlanta drafts another quarterback in the first round.
I don't think they're doing it. I think they're rolling in one more year with Kirk Cousins.
No, Kirk Cousins has reworked his deal so that they can cut him and save $30 million.
Yeah, and to be
Atlanta
honest,
makes the most sense though. Ty Simpson reflects a lot of what Kirk Cousins was in his younger years, and for Ty Simpson to go in there, learn that offense with a whole new coaching staff, they have the weapons. Learn behind Kirk for a year. They get rid of Kirk Cousins. Ty Simpson takes over in 2027. Boom, there you go.
But I think that team is ready, though.
I'll say this though. Look, when you look at it like this, guys, what you just said, Denver, makes sense from a fan standpoint or just a logical standpoint as far as the team need. But what did Atlanta do with Michael Penix, right? They drafted him to be the future. Yes, he has a knee injury. But do you think that as a franchise you're going to do another quarterback in the first round? Maybe you can do it in the second round. Yeah, maybe you do it in the second round, but they have other holes that they need to fill, and they already have Kirk Cousins on the roster for a contract with Michael Penix still.
Yeah, but I think that team ready. They just need a quarterback to put in that spot. I don't think it need to be a rookie. I think they need to go out and find a quarterback they can just drop in that spot and they ready to roll.
Well, Kirk Cousins wasn't looking too bad, right? At the end of the season.
I think the team is pretty much, their team is good. There's a few defensive pieces here, and their team is good.
Look, Kirk Cousins, what are we talking about? I understand that Kirk Cousins was coming off an Achilles injury where he told him, you could hear he had interviews where he said he couldn't even plant and push off of that foot when he came back.
Yeah.
He's back, and when they gave him the starting opportunity to come back, he won more than he lost, and he looked good.
Right now, the Falcons only have $37.7 million in salary cap next year.
Bring in a corner. There you go. Fix your DBs.
So what I would do on the Falcons is trade your 4th and your 6th and try to get Mac Jones this year.
Why are we talking about quarterback? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Kirk Cousins, bro. I'm really
I don't
being
understand.
honest.
Do you think Mac Jones is better than Kirk Cousins?
I know Armchair think he reworked his deal to get cut. I think he reworked his deal to bring in more players, and they rolled with him.
The reason why, hold on, the reason why I think so is he wants to go somewhere where he knows He knows he's going to be the starter. Right now in Atlanta, he does not know. Okay, that's the big question. With Atlanta looking for a new head coach, that new head coach is going to make the decision on who his starting quarterback is going to be. It's not going to be Kirk Cousins' decision. It's going to be the new head coach. That's one aspect of this whole party we're forgetting. You're bringing in a new head coach. This is not Raheem Morris anymore. It's whoever comes in there. It's going to be their decision on who they want as a quarterback. And they just reworked Kirk Cousins' deal to the fact that if that new coach comes in and goes, well, I don't want him, they could kick him out the door or trade him and save money because he wants to be a starter.
Everybody still has to deal with the Michael Penix situation too, though, armchair.
Exactly. You're going to have to deal with Penix. You're going to have to deal with Penix. But if you bring the right guy, if you bring the right head coach, what did Ben Johnson do with Caleb Williams this year? What did Liam Cohen do with Trevor Lawrence? What did Mike Vrabel do with Drake May? Teams are seeing this, and the NFL is repetitive.
So you got to develop this kid, is what you're saying, right?
Correct. And there's a name a lot of people are not mentioning for the Atlanta job. Davis Webb, the quarterback coach for the Denver Broncos, has been contacted to interview for that job. Look what Davis Webb has done with Bo Nix over the first 2 years.
I think it's better, but it's not bad.
I would, if I'm Clint Kubiak, I'm gonna go look at that job.
They don't even have a GM over there in Atlanta right now, so
if I'm Clint Kubiak, I'd go down to Atlanta and check it out.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Why? You said it just right. See, right? Like, they don't have a GM. They don't have a head coach. I'm pretty sure they don't have a defensive or an offensive coordinator. So bring in a GM who's going to bring in a head coach that they know is going to at least produce something.
Well, what they're doing right now is they are bringing Matt Ryan to help them find their next general manager.
Pack up all of your quarterbacks. You know Penix isn't the answer. He's always hurt. And then Kirk Cousins you can get rid of and save money. Do that. Bring in pieces on your defense. Draft a quarterback and let that whole new regime work with that young quarterback. It only makes sense.
How much money, look, I want to ask this, armchair. How much money is it going to cost in dead cap money to release Kirk Cousins this season if they can't trade?
I'll tell you right now. For the 2026 season, it will cost them $35 million spent over 2 years, which is 17.5. They'll actually end up saving $9.1 million.
Okay, so they could cut him.
Yeah.
And reasonable. But you said how much do they have in cap space?
37.7. So you would add that $9+ million onto that.
Yeah.
So maybe at 46. There you go. That's enough to bring in a couple people.
Yeah, it makes sense if the quarterback is, if the coach comes in and says, you know, Kirk isn't my guy, I'd like to attach myself to Michael Penix. Because at the end of the day, like, they wasted an 8th overall pick on Michael Penix. Whether we like it or not, they have to give him a shot to actually play. Yes, he got hurt, but they have to give him a shot to develop, or else they're all going to look, you know,
he was a top 10
idiots.
Well, so here's the thing, though. If you give Penix a chance to develop, and then it gets hurt, then you're shit out of luck anyway.
Yeah, and you can do what you said Denver, too, is where you can go ahead and take a guy in the second and third round.
Well, no, if you're going to do that, you don't take a guy in the second. You take, you look at the third, fourth round. You don't go second. Yeah. If you're going to go, okay, we're rocking with Penix one more year. Okay, I'm using my second because I don't have a first rounder. I'm using my second rounder to get a player that I know I need in a certain position. I might even use my third rounder to do that as well. Then I'll look in the 4th or 5th round because we have seen 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round quarterbacks do good.
Yeah.
But how many of these quarterbacks are Dak Prescott? How many of these quarterbacks are Tom Brady?
You never know.
Let me pull up the quarterback list. Hold on. Let me pull up our quarterback list.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We've got Dante Moore, Mendoza, Ty Simpson, Garrett Nussmeier, John Mader, Cabe Klubnik, Diego Pavia, Carson Beck, Drew Allard, but even though I think Drew Allard might be staying in college.
Is he?
Yeah, he was at LSU and then went to Tennessee to see about going and playing there. Gunnar Stockton from Georgia. You have what is it? How do you Chambles from Ole Miss. Now the only way that he'll come out is if his appeal for another year gets denied.
Well, it already got accepted.
And then you got Tyline Green from Arkansas. Those are your top 12.
And the only one I would really consider taking would be the chance, not even Drew. I mean, maybe Carson.
That's a weak class.
Like,
right. Okay, so you bring in Carson back. You could get Carson back probably in the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah.
Bryce. Okay, I'm sorry, Bryce. I didn't see I had an opening. I'm sorry, Bryce. Quit yelling at me, man.
I don't know. I think Atlanta's in a weird spot.
Atlanta's weird shit too, though, guys. Like, everything that you guys said makes complete sense. But didn't they just sign Kirk Cousins to a mega deal and then draft Penix? Like, everything they do is ass backwards.
Exactly. And that's why their general manager got fired.
And it's all going to come down to what the new head coach wants to do. I mean, like
Sure.
Arthur said.
You got to see what that new head coach wants.
What they're going to do.
No, you don't.
Stockton's coming out also.
Stockton is not good. I don't care what anybody says. Like, oh my God. If he were to see an NFL field and play starting snaps, I don't foresee a team winning a game.
No, I won't be going live for any college football games. Not the CFP. You'll get banned real quick for that one.
So what they should do is get like Malik Willis or something.
So, okay, let's talk about that real quick. Malik Willis. Malik Willis is not going to go anywhere that he's going to be a backup. If he's going to stay a backup, he's staying in Green Bay. If Malik goes anywhere, Malik is going someplace where he can start. Plain simple cut and dry. Malik Willis could go to I'll tell you this, Malik Willis could go to Minnesota and be the starter and allow J.J. McCarthy to completely heal and learn that offense better. Malik Willis could go to Arizona and be a starter. Malik, I don't want to say it because I don't want him to go there, but he could go to the Jets. I don't want him to go there. I'm going to put that out there right now. I do not want him there, but he could go. Malik Willis could go to the Dolphins.
I there were talks in the Falcons organization that Kirk Cousins wasn't going to be there either. So they weren't going to have a QB at all going into the...
That's what I've been talking about.
And respectfully, like,
so
on Malik Willis,
he could be a starter.
Well, respectfully on Malik Willis, let's really dive into it really quick, okay? Has he put enough tape on film where you're gonna go, this guy is somebody that you're gonna start? Where you go, I don't know. I think the only reason why I say that is because situations make quarterbacks really good.
Okay.
In a good situation in Green Bay, like, I don't know if you give somebody like the actual reins for a 17-game season that this is a guy. You know what I mean? I haven't seen that enough from him.
All right, now I'm going to give you my theory. Hold on. I got to give you my theory. Say I'm the Arizona Cardinals. Okay? I got a new head coach coming in this year. I ain't keeping Kyler Murray.
Hell no.
I could bring in, and I'm going to save a lot of money cutting Kyler Murray. I can bring in Malik Willis on a very, very team-friendly contract where I don't got to go sign me some high-end free agent quarterback. I can bring in Malik Willis on a really good deal. What does that allow me to do? That allows me as a new head coach, that gives me 2 years to use the draft picks that I'm going to have to build up that team with a competent quarterback with NFL experience to then go get me a rookie.
I don't know how much NFL experience he had. How many games has he started in his career?
Malik Willis has been in the NFL, I think, 4 or 5 years.
How many has he started?
I'm trying to think. I think he started 10.
He started one full season in Tennessee.
Yeah. So he's got enough experience.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is he put enough. Like, I understand the logic. I'm trying to get around is like why would you bring a guy in just to be a bridge quarterback that hasn't been good in a 17-game season?
Because okay, all right, I got you. Did anybody think Daniel Jones was going to do as good as he did in Indiana or in Indianapolis? Did anybody think that?
No, I didn't.
No.
There ain't a single person out there that thought Daniel Jones was going to light it up like he did. You never know what a new place could bring a quarterback.
Like, he showed tape that he had been good in the NFL at some point.
So has Malik Willis.
What tape? Okay,
Yeah.
so what are the goods that? Okay, so I'm not trying to dive into it, but I will say this. What?
I mean, I'm not. I get what you're saying. Let me try to clarify what I'm saying. I'm not saying Malik Willis is going to come in year one and win you a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that at all.
So it says Malik Willis has started
15
games
games
in his NFL career.
Right.
So he didn't start a season, Denver. And to be honest, he had 276 yards in 3 games he started. And then in 2 games he started.
What's up, Chester?
Packers, he had 550 with 3 touchdowns. And another one, he started 1 game this season, and he had 422 yards. It says 3 touchdowns. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't know if I have enough film on the guy to go, like, this is our guy. We're going to just, he's going to come in and be a good starter for us.
Okay, so that's why I go back to Indianapolis. Do you actually thought Indianapolis brought Daniel Jones in to be their franchise quarterback?
No, they signed him to a 1-year deal.
They signed him to a 1-year team-friendly deal to see what he has. And what that 1 year does is it allows you to get other pieces of the puzzle. So if you're a team like Arizona with a new head coach.
Jones type success.
Yeah, but what I was trying to say too, and I agree with you on, like, how you're trying to land the plane. I agree, but what I'm saying is,
what's up, Gregor?
There's not enough evidence, and Daniel Jones showed you at one point in his NFL career he was a competent quarterback for 1 season. They won a playoff game. He wasn't terrible, but, like, he was not in a great situation either. Malik Willis has not shown anything as far as a 17 game.
Okay, I got you. But let me ask you this question. Denver Dog. If Malik Willis did not play as good as he did in those 2 games for the Packers this year, are the Packers in the playoffs?
No, because, like, they had to win.
Well, so Malik Willis knew.
Did they lose to the Bears?
What was that?
Didn't they lose to the Bears?
Yeah, that was because their hands team could not recover an onside kick.
No, I agree, but what I'm saying is they lost the game. So
but what was that on Malik Willis?
No. Well, I'm just saying, like, you asked about the Green Bay Packers.
How is that on Malik Willis when he's not on the hands team?
It's not. What I was saying, you said
he played the whole game, though. I mean, you can't just put the hands team on the whole.
And he was winning the game.
Bro, I wasn't saying it like that.
Oh no, I'm not talking to you, Denver Dog.
You said the Green Bay Packers.
Hold on, let me pull this up real quick.
I'm just saying, imagine him with Bijan Robinson. You don't have to depend on his arm that much because that's a heavy run game.
Yeah.
But he can also make the passes too. And he's a dual threat. He can run.
It was 16-3 in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they blew it.
How is that on Malik Willis's shoulders?
He came in and played a look. That was a good look. That's a great game for him to put on tape and like show teams that, like, they could, like, hey, this could be me. But like I said, I do believe that situation, Armchair, in Green Bay is really set. He knows the system. He's a good, like, system quarterback in there. But, like, I don't know if, like, you take him and you put him on a bad team.
Yeah.
And you say, like, this is our guy for 17 games, and you get the same results. I'm not saying it can't happen, and I'm not trying to be a devil's advocate here.
No, you need to be a devil's advocate.
You got to look at it like, has he put enough film out there where you can go, like, definitively, like, we're gonna sign him? Because if you sign him to a 1-year deal, Armchair, he's gonna get paid, right? He's gonna get some money.
Well, if you sign him to a 1-year deal, you're giving him basically what Daniel Jones got.
The Falcons are a good
team. They just need a.
They're a QB away.
I've been saying that they are QB away from being a contended team.
A Super
This is
Bowl
what the
round.
Falcons have been doing for years since Matt Ryan, guys.
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm
because they
just saying.
haven't been able
Listen,
to.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. They haven't.
Just run with Kirk Cousins. Run it back.
Kirk Cousins played good at the end of the year, guys. He was having great numbers.
Yeah, but he also played good with Raheem Morris. You don't know what he's going to do with another coach.
No, I'm saying about his play in general.
God.
We know what he did.
Bryce must have read the comments.
We also know do know what he did with another coach. Raheem Morris haven't only been his coach, bro. This
And
is
they
what
still
Kirk
lost
Cousins
with
do.
Arthur Smith. What's your point? I mean,
The point is that like he's a good quarterback, is what I'm saying. Like it doesn't like team aspects of wins and losses matter. Yes, I agree.
No, Denver dog. You think Kirk Cousins got these contracts just by being an ass player, bro?
No, he's a good quarterback. That's what I'm trying to
No,
tell
I mean
people.
not Denver dog. Denver Dev. That's who I was talking to. I'm sorry.
here's the difference, though. He was good before he got to Atlanta. He played with Arthur Smith. They sucked. They played
He was
with
coming
Raheem
off of an
Morris
injury,
when he
though.
came in. He was okay. He wasn't anything like. He got his contract from his years in Minnesota. That is
He
what
was
it is.
coming off of a serious Achilles injury, though.
And see, that's where I have problems with the Colts bringing back Daniel Jones because he's coming off of the same injury.
Yeah, that was
Also a broken leg on the other leg.
You also got to give it a year too. Like the first year you come back, you're never going to be the same. It's the second year you got to look at.
Yeah, he couldn't plant, and
So
he
what,
said he
3
couldn't
years
plant
in
in
Atlanta
Florida.
and 3 head coaches?
You said he had 3 head
Are we
coaches.
just gonna like act like that's not a problem?
He didn't have 3 head coaches in Atlanta. What are you
Arthur
talking
Smith,
about?
Raheem Morris, and now this other one.
This other one haven't got there.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah, he was
3 years,
what do
3
you?
head coaches.
He just got there though.
Well, let's see here. He's been there 2 years, so he was only there with Raheem Morris. He was with Kevin O'Connell and the Dolphins before.
He not there with Arthur Smith?
No, he's only been in Atlanta 2 years.
that one kid was there with Arthur Smith. I can't remember his name, but
He had Marcus Mariota and somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other kid's name.
No, he's only been in Atlanta for 2 years. He signed that 4-year, $180 million deal last year.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he signs that deal, their general manager goes and trades up in the draft and picks up Michael Penix Jr.
That's what I was saying. They have Penix.
So here's the wonderful thing. You know, these are all what if scenarios because until these job openings get filled, like, you know, Miami now, Atlanta, Tennessee, New York with the Giants, we really can't think of or can't plan. We can think, but we can't plan or foresee the direction we think these teams are going. I mean, we can speculate all day long, but even Arizona, right? Arizona needs a head coach. We can't really see what direction Arizona is going to go until we find out who their next head coach is going to be. Is it going to be a defensive-minded guy? Is it going to be an offensive-minded guy? Is it going to be a veteran head coach? Is it going to be a up-and-rising coordinator?
Well, I mean, the thing with
Arizona.
The thing with Arizona, and I've been working on marks and shit the last couple days. I think, honestly, it would be in the Jets and the Cardinals' best interest, I think, for the Jets to trade back from 2, because the Cardinals have 4 or 5?
3.
They have 3. So there you go, straight back 1 spot. Get Kyler Murray as a bridge quarterback. Fill out your defense and the rest of your offense with the rest of your picks and your cap space. And then next year, go draft your quarterback when the quarterback class is better. And then Arizona gets their quarterback in Dante Moore.
Does Kyler Murray have a no trade clause, ARMCHAIR?
Let me pull up his contract. I'll tell you right now.
That's always going to make everything dicey, Denver Dev. That's always if he doesn't have a trade clause, a no trade clause, then that makes sense. If he has a no trade clause, he's going to dictate where he goes. He's not going to just go to another poverty franchise.
No good franchise needs a quarterback right now.
Yeah, no, but he's still gonna be like, I'm not gonna go to a crappier situation.
It does not say that he has a no trade clause.
Okay, so if they want to move him, then Denver Dev is right. They can move him anywhere that they want and get what they can for him, and maybe they get a pick and they get some cap relief.
Well,
So
they
it
could
makes
get
sense.
cap. They could get cap relief right now. I mean,
They can.
oh heck yeah, they can. I'll give you the numbers right now.
How much do they
Give me
save
just a
it? 'Cause I don't
second.
know how much dead money.
Well, his
'cause I
dead
know he signed
okay.
that extension.
His dead cap hit for this year coming up in 2026 is 54.7 million.
Ugh.
Okay, but you divide that by 2.
Yeah, I know.
So that's 27 mil. His contract is 53 mil.
Okay.
So that gives you 26 mil this year, and then next year his contract is 43 mil, which would give you 16 mil. So you can save 26 million this year, 16 million next year.
Because, think about it like this: what could the Jets get for one spot? They could get Kyler Murray. They could get pick 3,
And that's about it. That's all you're gonna get.
I feel like they could probably squeeze a 3 out of it. I mean,
No.
They
could exchange some later.
You won't because the second round pick is worth 2,600 points. The third round pick is worth 2,200 points. So all the Cardinals have to do is come up with a 400-point difference, and that's Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Jets are going to get Dante Moore. I'm sorry to tell you, they is not trade for no Kyler Murray. Bro.
Yeah, they would rather get Dante Moore to my.
But no, why though? Okay, see,
because that's the way the NRL.
Because you're rebuilding your team, bro.
Why would you put a rookie quarterback in a situation where he's not going to win anyway? Build up the rest of your team and then get a quarterback.
And see, hold on, guys. If the Cardinals were to just straight out cut Kyler Murray, it would move their cap space from 44 million to 70 million next year.
And what kind of money is Murray going to want, you think?
They're not going to need, if he gets cut.
If he gets cut, yeah.
Yeah, if he gets cut, you can sign him on. If Kyler Murray were to get cut, if Kyler Murray gets released, you can do what the Steelers and Giants did with Russell Wilson and bring him in on a 1-year veteran deal. Because he's still going to get $27 million next year and the year after that from the Cardinals.
Yeah,
he's still going to get $27 million per year.
And we have to realize he has baseball in his back pocket. If he gets cut, he's not coming back.
No, he's going to baseball.
Yeah, he'll go play AAA somewhere.
Has he said that?
He has said that he would go to baseball.
Yeah, he'll go play AAA somewhere. Wow. He's not going to just
if he
jump
wants
on
to
an
fill
MLB.
out the rest of his contract,
better in baseball.
Make the rest of his money the right way, he would go to the Jets as their bridge quarterback while they build up with rookies. That would.
I guess it just depends on what Kyler Murray wants to do for his future. I guess, right?
Yeah, it does.
But it's really not.
Thanks, Tim. I appreciate that, brother.
And then retires or some shit. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, it's not up to him. He doesn't have a no trade clause.
Look, with Mike McDaniel's leaving, in Miami, and Tua, being benched, I see Kyler and Tua being guys that are going to get moved on from their franchise, and some team is gonna, use them as a bridge quarterback. So
I don't think Miami would want to go from Tua to Kyler. Like, to me, that's like the same style. I don't know.
I agree.
Same, you know what I mean?
Someone's gonna take.
I agree, Tim.
I think the new regime is going to roll with Quinn for a year. Because he showed flashes. He didn't play terrible, but you have to think about it in retrospect. Why wouldn't you? If we're giving Penix the benefit of the doubt, we got to give Quinn the benefit of the doubt.
Denver Dad. What have you seen out of Kyler Murray that'll make you think anybody's going to bring them to their franchise and risk their head coach job?
That he can be a bridge quarterback for a season? That's what I've seen out of him?
He can't be a bridge nothing. And any team that's rebuilding is going to go young and forget the bridge. We might as well build and let that young guy make his mistakes.
And then just burn a rookie quarterback to the
You
ground.
need to let that's when you get a better. That's when you know your owner and his GM got to do their job. They got to bring in a coach that can develop, and they have to be patient.
It doesn't make sense. It's not logical.
It does make sense.
It's not logical.
It does make sense because these are how all these guys are getting fired now. trying to do that bridge job, and they end up getting guys like Russell Wilson coming in. Yeah. And what does he do? He get benched in 6 games, and everybody goes, "Why didn't you just start the young guy anyway?"
It's harder to win.
Then don't bring in a young guy and start Kyler. You already have.
Well, here's the deal, though. Here's the deal we got to remember about the Jets. Here's the thing we got to remember about the Jets. They have 5 draft picks in the first 2 rounds of the 2026 NFL draft. 2 first-rounders and 3 second-rounders.
Right.
Yep. So they've got plenty of capital to do whatever they want.
Which means, just like C. Rice said, they're going to blow that up, and they know they got to be patient. They're going to start young and build that team young. Period. Yeah. You don't need no bridge.
Hold on. What Armchair? What picks do they have again?
They have this. They have the second round, the second overall, and then they have the. Hold on, let me pull it up. I'm looking. 16th overall from the Colts. The second and the 16th.
So you get Eric Glenn, the DB that he's always wanted. That's not Sauce Gardner. Go get Caleb Downs at 2. There you go. At 16.
Oh no! Hey, Chris.
What has been the biggest downfall of that team for years outside of the quarterback?
Hey, bro, you ain't never got to worry about being a GM ever.
You got at the number 2 spot, depending on who the Raiders get, right? Depending on who the Raiders get. If the Raiders go with Mendoza, you get Moore. If the Raiders go with Moore, you get Mendoza. And then at the 16th pick, you go and get Makai Lemon out of USC as a wide receiver.
They need more than any. They need more.
Nah, bro, you tripping. Hey, you go be a GM on PlayStation. You got to start somewhere. You go be a GM
and you
on
don't
PlayStation.
Start quarterback. What is the point of bringing in a quarterback if you're going to burn him to the ground?
Is Dante Moore going to declare for the draft? I believe so. Jordan, all of the windows point to he's going to declare.
And Garrett Wilson already said he wants Dante Moore too.
How many rookie quarterbacks have the Jets had in the last 7 years?
Let's see here. How many rookie quarterbacks have been good? Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, C.J. Stroud.
Zach Wilson.
No, I'm saying that the
Brock
Jets
Purdy.
have had.
They drafted Zach Wilson, and that
Have the Jets had any of these quarterbacks? No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But see, hold up. You were going up. I understand where you're going, brother. I do. I understand where you're going.
I don't.
Oh, well, hold on, D. But we're talking about old regime. We're talking about old regime and the Jets. Got to remember, Aaron Glenn, rookie head coach last year. Aaron Glenn was a rookie head coach. Now, is he going to learn from his mistakes and bring in better coordinators? Look at what Brian Schottenheimer has done in Dallas. He learned from his mistake of bringing in Matt Eberflus as a defensive coordinator, and he was out the door. And he's out the door. So we gotta give Aaron Glenn a little time, not much, but a little time, to see if he is going to learn from his mistakes this year. And bring in a new OC, a new offense coordinator, because you know he's going to run the defense.
Hey, Denver Dev, if Chop Boy is over here saying you right, you know you wrong. He over here in the comments saying you right, and you know you right.
Hey, but my whole thing is Denver Dev.
You know what, Joe? Juno, I don't know, man. I've got my own reservations about Mendoza. Now, I look at Dante Moore, and the thing that gets me about Dante Moore is his size, right? He's 6'3", 206. It's just like I'm a big fan of Fafita out of Arizona.
I'm just giving you trash.
Well, I like Fafita.
I think Fafita is a good quarterback, but he has one disadvantage.
There was no disrespect intended there, my brother. I was just giving you trash.
Can I say something real quick?
Hey, wait. Before you say jump in, Denver Dev is under the impression that just because they get a young quarterback, is not going to succeed.
They could do that, Chris.
What pieces do they have to succeed?
Let me finish. You got to run with this tape for a while.
I don't even know if Fafita's in
this
here.
Guy won't come in and be able to play. You're assuming that. So if this guy can come in and play, and he can run, and they get a smart-minded offensive coordinator who shortens down the game for him, they give them a controllable game, right? And then lets him have the training wheels, or takes the training wheels off of them, they're going to hit their head no matter what, because they got to rebuild. They need a whole rebuilding thing. They need defense and they need offense. But you got a guy that can study the shit like what Kellen Moore found he had shut. Then you understand this. You say, I got my quarterback. Now I can put pieces around him that fit him and what he likes to do. That's why.
Yep,
that's how.
That's where I was going with it. That's where I was going with it.
How many?
Yeah, you don't build a team the other way. You don't build a team putting pieces in there and then go, all right, fitting with these pieces.
Okay, all right, hold on. Let's hold on, D. I want to follow because I've got people in the chat. I don't know if you guys are reading it that are agreeing. What's up, son?
And then, you got some brake grease anywhere in the garage?
Brake grease, there should be something there, but I've never put it on.
Never put it on?
Nope.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, here we go. Here's my deal. Let's follow this step of what everybody's saying in the chat going on with Denver Death. You got the number 2 pick. You trade it down for more picks. Okay, let's do this. Let's say we do this. Number 1, you already got 5 picks in the first 2 rounds. So maybe you could pick up another first rounder, right? Maybe you could pick up another first rounder. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could pick up another second rounder. Okay, well, we'll do that. But we're still going to take, so now you're going to possibly have, you're still going to have 2 first rounders in this draft. But we're not going number 2. So we're not going to go with Dante Moore. Right? We're not going to go with Dante Moore. But I just picked up a 4th second rounder. So now I still have 2 number 1s, but now 4 number 2s. And when I look at it, okay, so I'm going to go since I have 4 second round picks in the draft. With this logic, I am taking a quarterback in the second round. I'm either taking Ty Simpson, I'm taking Nussmeier, Klubnik, or I'm taking Carson Beck.
Gross.
Hey, you guys said not a first round quarterback, so I've got to take a second rounder.
All of that sounds terrible.
But here's the thing: the defense is so heavy this year. Defense and offensive line are so heavy this year. Like, to sit here and say that you can't go defense and offensive line for your first 4 picks is nuts. Like,
but by this logic, though, my brother. But by this logic, I still have 2 first rounders that I could do defense and offense.
Yeah.
And then I have 4 second rounders. I'm not going to spend 4 second round picks on defense and offensive linemen. I'm not doing it.
If it's so heavy, why are you going first round on the defensive line?
I want to give this logic to you. It's like this. When Robert Saleh was there, that defense was in the top 5. It was always in the. It's terrible. You know what the Jets fans are tired of? They're tired of great defense and bad offense. They're going to have to build offense, or they're going to lose their fan base, and it's hard to play in New York anyway. You're talking about a team where it's hard to play at, or a city where it's hard to play at. So you're going to want to build a good offense and get these fans excited about their offense before you try to build this defense. I'm just saying, because they
it's been a while since New York was good on.
It's not only that. Armchair, while he's explaining that, will you look, I don't remember off the top of my head, can you look up where the Jets ranked in total offense this year?
Yeah, I'll pull that up for you. I'll get it for you right now.
Shit.
Hold on. All right, y'all discuss amongst yourselves while I pull this up.
They weren't very good. They traded Sauce.
Right.
Even before that, they weren't.
Wow.
Hey, so let me explain the logic that I was talking about with them trading back, right? Because everybody's talking about quarterback at number 2 for the Jets, right? Yes, they have a quarterback issue, but they do have Fields still. Like, I know he's not good. They still got Tyrod Taylor. They can still, who knows what free agency is going to be about, right? But listen, if they trade down from the number 2 pick with whoever they is, they're going to pick up another first, possibly another second. With those 2 first-round picks they got, they're going to be picking later. So they could get a Caleb Downs to help anchor that defense, and then use the other first-round picks that they got to get their offense.
Chris, I can roll with that. But he said get Caleb Downs at number 2. You said get Caleb Downs at number 2. That's what you said.
I said trade down and take Caleb.
Well, I can tell you this right now with the Jets. They were ranked dead last in passing yards and tied 10th in rushing yards.
Because
And they were 29th in scoring points.
Because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they have two young beasts on that D line already that they don't really think, like Johnson and Will McDonald are decent pass rushers.
And neither one of them are going to be there next season. They were both almost traded this season. Neither in the offseason, both of those guys are gone. So what I'm telling you is that the Jets are looking to offload their contracts because for the money for where they were taking it, they feel like they've underperformed, and they're trying to they're going to try to use those players to get more picks. But I understand. Listen, it's not that I don't understand what you're saying. I'm just saying the logic part of it is this. In New York, you're going to have to get those fans excited about something. And you better put a product out there that can score at least 24 points a game, because if you don't, they're just going to, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Aaron Glenn is 2-0 if they don't be able to score 24 points a game this upcoming season.
Hey, so here's the issue, though. Like, even if they stay at 2 and take a quarterback, I don't think there's a quarterback in this draft that's going to excite fans. Like, Dante Moore is not the answer.
Well, I mean, it also all depends on what the Raiders do. I mean, the Raiders can completely shock the world and take Dante Moore over Mendoza. Right?
I want to make an example really quick before we go down this rabbit hole. So, coming out of college, a touted prospect, very highly thought of at the time, was Anthony Richardson out of Florida. He went to the Colts. The Colts had nothing around him, and what happened? He sucked. He kept getting hurt, and he was not good, and he developed
I don't think there's a single person on this panel.
He played 1 year.
I don't think there's a single person on this panel that thought Anthony Richardson was a first-round draft
What are we
pick.
talking about? Highly touted. He only played 5 games. Let me land this real quick. The guy played 1 year out of college. No, let me go. He went 1 year in college football, was average. He went to a combine. He went to a combine, and he was a combine warrior. Right. And then he was highly touted from a combine workout, not from a actual like football. I played the quarterback position standpoint at all.
That was Ursay with being on cocaine, picking that pick. That was him on that bourbon and some of them perkies.
Hey, so to add to that with Richardson, some say he was a combine warrior. Yes, he put up ungodly numbers at a combine. But when they were looking at him, and I don't know why they would do this, but they compared Richardson, hey, he could be the next Cam Newton of the league, and people just jumped all over that.
Because of his
what did they say about Jamarcus Russell?
Look at what they did with Trey Lance, like Jordan is saying in the chat.
Yeah,
Trey Lance.
There's always the next Michael Jordan that's not the Michael Jordan.
But that's what I said. But that's what I'm saying. They said
And that's what I'm saying. They said he was the next Moore. You're going to ruin the kid.
No, he was already ruined, Denver Dad. He was never that guy. He didn't even have enough. He didn't even have enough under his belt to be considered.
So what does Dante Moore tell you on the tape, not highlights? What does Dante Moore tell you? Hold on, D, 1 second. What does Dante Moore tell you on the tape?
I'll tell you.
That tells you he is worth going number 2 overall.
I'll tell you.
And will change that whole team.
I'll tell you. When I watch Dante Moore, you go watch him. He knows how to read defenses. He looks off reads. He knows how to trick the safeties out of the middle of the field. And you go, and those are qualities that you need in a starting quarterback for NFL. And you go watch it yourself.
He's a better he's a better passer of the football than any of those guys.
And see, hey, Denver Dad, brother, and Denver Dad, I'm not hating on your takes. Don't think that. I'm just being, you're being this voice of reasoning, and I'm being the counter argument. So don't think that I'm not agreeing or that I'm disagreeing with you, okay? You're giving me a take, and I'm just going to be the counter, the counter to your take, okay?
Wait, is that what we're doing?
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Armchair.
That is what Armchair is doing. So hold on. What has Mendoza shown us that he's the number 1 overall draft pick?
Nothing.
There you go.
But he plays for a really good team.
So everything we're saying about Dante Moore, you could literally go up one more spot and say the same thing about Mendoza.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
We can say all we want that these quarterbacks are going to go in and change the game for these teams, but in all reality, they're going to go in and they're more than likely going to just burn to the ground. They haven't done enough in college to be like, that is my guy who's going to put up 24 points a game. And even if you do put up 24 points a game, the defense that is non-existent is going to allow 30 plus. So you're going to lose anyway.
So let's look at this real quick. Let's look at the Raiders. Let's look at the Raiders. If they take Mendoza, we also know that they have to build up that interior offensive line. If not, the dude's going to get sacked more than Caleb Williams got sacked in his first year. Plain simple, cut and dry. You got to work on that defense, and most likely you're going to be losing Max Crosby. That's still a possibility.
Maybe.
Max ain't going nowhere. He spoke on that. He ain't going nowhere. He wants to start. He spoke on
Max
that.
crazy. Because I'm Max, I'm demanding trade, bro.
Armchair, I did want to say this. When you guys were talking about Dante Moore, the one thing that I will say is, I watch a lot of Oregon football. You know what I mean? I'm in the area. A lot of fans here in my family. So we watch a lot of Dante Moore film. I'm going to let you know something right now. He's only 20 years old, guys. All right? So the fact that he's balling out at 20 at Oregon in his first year, he is having a great season. And for people to think that he doesn't have the potential to move the needle at the next level, well, I think he does. I think he has all the potential. It's all about development. And Denver Dev makes a good point. Yes, shitty franchises do fumble the bag a lot. They do not know how to develop quarterbacks. But with that being said, he does have the potential to change a franchise. He has that ability, guys. I've seen him play. He has the mobility, the arm, and he has the smarts between the ears. The guy can play football at a high level, guys. I can say
DeMarcus Russell had the talent to do it. He didn't.
Yeah,
No,
but
DeMarcus Russell could do it in the NFL.
But he didn't have DeMarcus Russell didn't have.
Well, but here's the deal, though. Hold on. When you say DeMarcus Russell, you also got to add Kyler Murray. They got the talent, but did they have the ambition? The ambition to want to do it. And it's like I've been saying all year long, and Dee's heard me say it, and a lot of you heard me say it. Just because you get to the NFL does not mean you're done. Once you get to the NFL, you got to continue perfecting your craft.
Shit, the work even harder in the NFL.
Hold on, see, right. I want to comment on DeMarcus Russell, and I want to comment on Kyler Murray both. The one thing about DeMarcus Russell, and I'm from California, and I hang out in the Bay Area a lot. You know, man, personally, and this is something I've seen with my own eyes. We used to see DeMarcus Russell driving down the street, drinking scissors. We used to see that. He didn't have it between the ears. He had talent, but he didn't take his craft serious. When you talk about Kyler Murray was already blasted for wanting to play PlayStation more than he wanted to study his playbook. So when you think about this, you got to look at the player and his ambitions to be great. When you want to be great, you put it all in.
Sir, he plays Xbox, not PlayStation.
Oh, my fault, guys. My fault, Jaguars.
But I honestly think it's gonna be one of these kids that come out of these schools that we're not talking about. They ain't gonna be fucking one of them guys, man.
Hey, so just a counterpoint on his thing about Dante Moore. He said he watched Dante Moore a lot, right? I'm not doubting that Dante Moore can play because them Oregon quarterbacks are something different, you know what I'm saying? But they said the same thing about Marcus Mariota. The kid had talent. The kid had brains. Marcus Mariota did not work out because you know what I'm saying? And Dante Moore reminds me a lot of Marcus Mariota. Yes, the kid's talented. He can move the needle. He can do this. But I just don't see it. I do not see it with Moore.
But Chris, look how long Marcus Mariota's career has been. For you to say that it just seemed to me that people like Marcus Mariota is one of them quarterbacks that I would say not a bad quarterback, just never got in the right space.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. But Dante Moore can be just as good of a quarterback as anybody wants him to be.
But at the end of the day, listen, we talking about two of the worst franchises in the NFL right now. We talking about the Raiders. We talking about the Raiders and the Jets.
Very true.
Armchair, what's next on the agenda? What you got for us next, Rick? We talk about the Raiders and the Jets.
I know, right? Well, why don't we talk about Super Wildcard Weekend?
Let's go.
Super Wildcard Weekend. And how the very first game to kick it off, it's going to be interesting. Are the Panthers going to beat the Rams twice in 1 year? Or are the Rams going to get revenge and move on in the playoffs? And again, the Packers and Bears. Why do I have the Packers? They almost beat them without Jordan Love, without Michael Parsons. And I believe their running back got hurt in that game as well. And if it wasn't for not recovering an onside kick, they do win that game.
Packers are frauds, I think.
Isn't it a rain game or something?
No, it's a snow game.
You in the Carolinas?
Oh, the Carolina game.
No.
It doesn't look like it. It just looks like it's cloudy.
No. There's no wet weather in there. But I live like I don't know, hour and a half away from Charlotte. So usually if they get weather, we get the same weather. But yeah, there's no weather.
Yeah, it just says it's 70 degrees and cloudy. Chicago is going to be 34 degrees and snowing.
Not today.
I'm ready for next weekend.
I think the Rams beat them by 2 touchdowns. I'm not going to lie.
You may
I
think
think
that, but
I think that game ends on a last-second field goal. I just don't know who wins it.
I don't see that. And listen, what the Rams have shown, they don't play good cold weather either. They're not no.
It's not going to be cold.
We have to wait till next week, Matthew.
That's the thing, Demetrius. It's not going to be cold. It's going to be like 60s or something.
Yeah, it's going to be 70 degrees. It actually looks like it's going to be a nice day in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey, Armchair.
Yeah.
Speaking of weather, it's supposed to be 33 degrees here next Sunday.
In
It's
Denver,
gonna be cold.
finally.
The divisional game. Yeah.
About time Denver got some cold weather. That maybe means that I'll get some cold weather because it'll move down this way.
So according to my weather,
We're supposed to get some cold weather.
It's gonna be like 65 degrees on Saturday in Charlotte.
That's beautiful football weather.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay. Oh no,
Demetrius. Yeah, I know they in your division, but they is about to go down there and spank Bryce Young, bro.
Listen. I'm just telling you what I know about that team. I play them. My team plays that team 2 times a year, and I can honestly tell you.
Yeah, it is, Jordan.
When they're at home, they're a different team, and when they go outside, they're a winning team. And if you play press coverage on Matthew Stafford's receivers, he's trouble.
D, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one, brother. Because look what happened when they went to London. Look what happened when they went to London in that rain game against the Jaguars. Matthew Stafford absolutely put BTA.
Look what team it was.
New England is going to be.
It was a young Jaguars team.
42 degrees
under their regime.
But this team younger too. Though.
I'm not gonna know. That's a D.
I'm gonna let you go. I know. I got you, D. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is, and I know everybody got a right to pick whatever team they want to pick. I ain't trying to change your pick. I'm telling you for me. I'm telling you what I've seen out of Matthew Stafford, and as this season has progressed on, he has not looked great. He has looked like he's making more mistakes than he made. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Jaguars and the Rams were to play in that same game today, you would get a different result. And I truly believe that.
I don't. And the reason why is because the Jaguars do not like to play press man coverage.
Armchair. Ask what the Jaguars did to y'all.
Hey, yeah, I got you. But let me explain though. Before you say, the Jaguars BTA the Broncos BTA the Broncos. The Broncos beat themselves. How many turnovers did we have in that game when we were on scoring drives? We had 2. But let me explain. You said that if you press man coverage against Matthew Stafford, number one, a lot of teams do not play press man coverage. Carolina is one of them. They do not play press man coverage. If you throw a zone out there against Stafford, he is going to tear it apart.
But you can play man zone, you know that, right?
Yeah, you play zone top man under. You play cover two
But
zone.
we also know he got one of the best off the ball release guys in the NFL.
Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams is going to be playing.
You talking about broke back?
Hey guys, are we forgetting?
Hey, I don't care if we back broke. He's still one of the best I've seen.
Guys, are we forgetting that J.C. Hornet is probably going to lock one of them two receivers down?
There it is. We are forgetting that.
So, J.C. Hornet can lock down one side of the field. Who's going to lock down the other?
That's where I'm getting at with it. Like, J.C. Hornet, he might slow them down. He might slow him down. He might slow Puka down, but Puka's still going to have 80 to 100 yards in this game.
And are we forgetting? Hold on, though. Hold on. Why are we praising the Panthers with what we just saw? Why are we saying? Hold on, though. You guys are praising the Panthers, and again, I'm being the devil's advocate here. Y'all are, saying the Panthers are this, so I got to be the flip side. I have to be the flip side here. Didn't we just watch the Panthers do absolutely nothing? Yes. Outside. Didn't we just watch the Panthers do absolutely nothing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
So in that case, the Niners are, for me, if I believe by that logic, the Niners are dead in the water right now because I watched them do absolutely nothing on Saturday night against the Seahawks, which is a division game. When you play a division game, it's a different beast all the way together. Just like y'all played against backups against the Chargers, and the Chargers kept that game close. If Trey Lance could actually throw accurately.
Okay, all right, okay. Hold on, D.
Come on.
Then I'll go back another week. I'm gonna go back another week because again, I got to be the flip side of the argument here. They lose 27-10 to the Seahawks. That was 2 weeks ago. So you're going in the playoffs on an 0-2 run.
Right. Okay. But I'm saying by the measure that you're talking about, man, everybody plays teams different. The Seahawks, hey, they gave that game back to the Seahawks because that Panthers defense was actually locking the Seahawks.
But who won?
Who
won?
No, the Seahawks won the game. But that's what I'm saying. You don't know how this is going to carry out.
I know that. That's why I have to be the flip side of the argument. You're on the argument that the Panthers are going to lock them down. So I have to be on the argument that they're not going to be able to. You see what I'm saying? I'm not. Hold on. I'm not like arguing because I'm not. You guys know I'm not that way. I'm just being the count. You guys are saying the Panthers are going to do this. So then I have to be on the flip side and say, well, what about this?
What I'm saying to you is this: out of everybody in the playoffs, right? Out of everybody in the playoffs. This is the team everybody wanted to play because they were like, and it didn't matter whether it was them or Tampa Bay. They wanted to play the winner of that division. Every team in the NFC wanted to play them. Now, what I will tell you is be careful and caution that because I do remember back in the day, it wasn't too long ago where everybody wanted to play Seattle, and Seattle went in there and broke and they crowd damn near made an earthquake when Beast Mode. These teams, they're there for a reason. And I'm telling you, have caution in this game. This is my upset pick of this whole weekend.
Really?
That's me. That's me.
You said every team is there for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So the one reason the Panthers are there because their division is the worst in football.
Yeah. And the year that Seattle went and did that, the NFC West was the worst division in football. And guess what? Seattle was playing in the division round while the highly favored New Orleans Saints was at home talking about what happened.
Did Seattle go 8-9 or 9-8?
See, I hate this because
no. Back then, I think they were 8-8 because you got to remember we only had 16 games.
I hate this because I can't stand the Rams, but I got much love for Sean McVay and what he can draw up against them boys. I'm not going to.
Okay. Hey, so go back to what Dave was saying, like another few years ago, when the Giants back into the playoffs as the East winners. Everyone's the Giants are one and done because they're 9-8 or 9-7. They're not going to win. They were always the Super Bowl, and they beat at that time the undefeated Patriots to win the Super Bowl. So
but you got but hold on. We're not comparing the Panthers offense to what the Giants had, are we?
We're not.
Okay. I've got to make sure. Situations.
He's saying the situations. He's saying what we are doing right now is cut and dry. It's not that cut and dry as everybody thinks, is what I'm saying. And it's going to come. Look, I picked that as my upset of the weekend. That's my upset.
Well, it would be the upset because the Rams are favored by 10.5.
Hey, so you, I heard somebody in the chat a couple days ago talk about how most Super Bowls have storylines, right? So here's a storyline for you.
Okay.
The 8 and 9 Panthers back their way into playoffs.
Okay.
They run the table and go to the Super Bowl where they play the most complete team, the Jaguars. So the storyline is one of those teams that come in the league together get their first Super Bowl victory. There's a storyline for you.
Hey, that would be a hell of a storyline.
That would be a storyline.
There's hundreds of narratives, though. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got that storyline. You got the Texans going to their first. Could the Bills finally win one? I mean, there's
a storyline for you.
There are so many storylines with these teams.
I like it, Chris. I like it.
Can the Eagles go back to back? Could the Bears with a second-year quarterback? Could the Broncos with a second-year quarterback? Could Seattle with Sam Darnold with a team giving up on him in Minnesota? Could Buffalo finally win one, or will they be 0-5? Will Jacksonville finally make it to a Super Bowl and win? Is there a new guard in New England with Drake May? Can the Chargers get it done? Can Houston win their first and make it to the first? And here's the best one of them all. Here's the best one of them all. Can old man Rodgers ride out into the sunset, winning the final Super Bowl at 42 years old?
Could you imagine? Hold on. Could you imagine?
Let me say this real quick. We need to stop saying that Minnesota gave up on Sam Darnold. Minnesota had a first round.
No, D. That's what they would say.
And I know, but they need to stop. That's not Sam Darnold was there just to be. He wasn't even supposed to start. If McCarthy hadn't gotten hurt,
he would have never started
that year. So that we need to stop saying they gave up on him. He wasn't supposed to be there to begin with. He had a great run with them. And we need to stop acting like Sam Darnold is playing all-world football. He's just, dude, stop. Come on, man. Anyway, move on. Denver Dave, go ahead. I just want to say.
Yeah, so we saw them play against each other in division multiple years ago. Like a Stafford versus Rodgers Super Bowl would feed fans.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. Hey, all right. I can dig that.
We got the two old men. We could call it the Jared Bowl.
Coming out of that first, Aaron Rodgers definitely making it out of this weekend. He definitely gonna be playing next week.
And he playing the Jaguars? Or he playing Houston, right?
Yeah, they're playing Houston.
He ain't making it out. He ain't making it out. No,
Yes, he is.
going home.
Yes, I told you that's my upset of the weekend, and I'm coming back on here talking shit Monday morning.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, and this is actually a legitimate question.
No, they play Monday night. They play Monday night.
Here's a legitimate question.
All right.
Would it be more surprising for the Jaguars to beat the Bills, or for the Bills to beat the Jaguars? Which one would be more surprising?
The Bills to beat the Jaguars.
Bills to beat the Jaguars.
I think the Jaguars to beat the Bills.
I like you guys.
I think the Jaguars.
I'm standing on my stance that he's not going to the Super Bowl, and I'm standing on that. Josh Allen is not going to the Super Bowl this year.
So it would be more of a surprise for the Bills to come out of Jacksonville with a victory.
Yeah.
If Josh Allen loses, their head coach is bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, he's gone. McDermott's gone.
Hey, and that'll be the dumbest thing they ever did.
Not unless you can get John Harbaugh.
No, John Harbaugh's going to Miami. You see, Miami called him before they fired McDaniel.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying, because Harbaugh and his people said they're not going to make a decision until next week.
The problem
nobody wants that bum Jackson. Oh.
The problem is that the Bills are dealing with a similar situation that Kansas City dealt with years ago. Sean McDermott is a modern-day Marty Schottenheimer.
Yep. And I love Marty Schottenheimer, especially when he coached for the Chargers.
Yeah.
good coach, man.
Marty was a
He's
great coach.
coach. The problem is just
He could never win a Super Bowl. He could never win one. He had so many good teams. He had a 14-2.
Win it in 10. It's time to go.
What was he? A 14-2 with the Chargers and the Chiefs, or the Chiefs, and they were one and done.
Did you just use the greatest coach of all times?
I got Bill Walsh's book. Yeah, I know what.
Oh, Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh is the greatest coach of all time.
So I want to bring this up because it's been something I've been talking about, and you've been telling me I'm crazy for the last couple of days.
You crazy. You are.
Antonio Pierce is interviewing tonight and tomorrow for the Giants job.
Hey, do you know that's called the Rooney Rule?
I'm just saying.
Oh, Dan Reeves was great. I love Dan Reeves.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Demetri, what if they announce Antonio Pierce as the head coach?
Yeah,
If that happened, D's gonna go off.
Hey, check this out. If they announce Antonio Reeves as the head coach, I know that I ain't never got to worry about the Giants being a threat ever.
Hey, I just want to let you know, man, that if they announce Antonio
Vance Joseph is a defensive coordinator.
He's going to have to come on here and eat crow, first of all, and apologize to them.
I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that.
Hey, bro. See, I can actually say I wasn't wrong if that happens. Then.
And that'll be your choice. But it would be the wrong hire. And you and I both know. If they go and hire that position coach, and they only do, and again, a lot of these coaches know a lot of these ownerships know who they want, but they got to do the Rooney Rule, and they got to interview a minority candidate. They know, damn well. Come on.
But what if they put some good? What if they put some good pieces around Antonio though?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's to say they can't bring in Mike McDaniel to be the OC?
And why would Mike McDaniel go there to be the OC? What would?
Because he's not going to get a head coaching job.
No, okay, but even if he's not going to get a head coaching job, he can easily go back to somewhere where he's more comfortable.
Well, okay, let me take this one, guys. Let me take this one. If I'm Mike McDaniels, why would I go to New York to be an offensive coordinator? I've got Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo, Malik Neighbors,
Theo Johnson, who's showed out a lot this year.
Those are some really good reasons to be an offensive coordinator in New York.
Right, and I also can go back to San Francisco at the same position.
You just want him back in San Francisco, D. We know that.
I'm just telling you the truth. What would entice me more? Guys that already know they can win.
I think what would really set D off.
Break it down like this.
No. Hold on.
What entices you more?
This is what would break D's heart. Mike McDaniel's offensive coordinator, Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, no, that would hurt me. No, that would hurt me.
So, D, what would entice you more as an offensive coordinator? Malik Neighbors or Ricky Pearsall?
The 49ers organization would entice me.
No. Answer the question. What would entice you more?
Okay.
Malik Neighbors or Ricky Pearsall?
Ricky Pearsall.
Ricky Pearsall. Okay.
Ricky Pearsall. You asked me. Because, okay, so what has Malik Neighbors done in the league so far?
Everything that Ricky Pearsall hasn't.
It's about the same. No,
it's the worst quarterback situation.
Okay, so he's somebody pull up Malik Neighbors' numbers for me. I'll do it. I can do it.
I got it, D. You go on. I got it, brother. I got it for you right here.
Right now, Dad. And
for this year, they look pretty empty.
I'm gonna pull them out. I want to.
But he only this was only his second year, and he broke it, and he had the injury,
Okay, I got it. Okay, and he only played 4 games. Had 18 receptions, 271 yards, 2 touchdowns, a long of 48, 67.8 yards per game, 52 yards after catch.
Rookie, go to his rookie season though.
Okay, so let's move the goalposts. Go ahead.
I'm gonna move the goalposts. Give me just a second.
In the league, you said what have he done in the league? You didn't say that shirt. You said.
All right, here we go. All right, that's rushing. Hold on, here we go. Malik Neighbors, rookie season, 15 games played, 109 yards, 109 receptions, 1,204 yards, 7 touchdowns, 80.3 yards average game. He had a yak of 462 and a long of 59.
And who was throwing
That's a
the
great
ball?
season.
Daniel Jones.
Right.
Daniel Jones was hold on, let me get this out. Hold on, let me get this out.
And he was the only target they had as well. That's not
You had this. Wow. Here's all the quarterbacks.
But we can't do that, Demetrius. You said what have he done in the league? You said what have he done in the league?
No,
y'all want his quarterbacks?
Hold on. D, 1 second. D, 1 second. Hold on. Go on, Chair.
It was Tommy DeVito.
Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, Tommy DeVito, and Tim Boyle.
Are all quarterbacks he received the ball from in 2024. And he still put up those numbers missing 2 games.
And your
You
point.
can't compare Ricky Pearsall to Malik Neighbors, Steve. We're losing this one.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull him up.
Can I speak? And
Yeah,
my
go
guy
ahead.
got shot. My guy got shot, by the way.
Right,
Let me
exactly.
speak.
So we don't even know what he
Let me
really
speak.
did.
Let me speak.
So that matters in the league?
Okay, then y'all go ahead. Then I'll wait for y'all to get back. Go ahead.
Your logic doesn't make sense. But okay.
May I speak now?
I get what he's, but the main thing
May I
is,
speak? Okay.
Yes, you can speak.
Also, Ricky Pearsall played with a lot more target. Malik Neighbors is the only target on that team. Hell yeah, he's gonna have 109
Yeah,
receptions.
Wando Robinson.
Stop it. Stop it. You go lay down.
Are you acting like Wandale didn't just have over 1,000 yards?
Hey, guys, we're looking at the thing, man. The Giants they also had Slayton, man. What you guys talking about?
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, Darius Slayton.
So those guys equal Kittle, Devo, and IU. That's what those guys equal. Those guys.
Hey, don't be dogging your boy Ayuk now, D. Come on.
No, I'm saying those were the other targets that Ricky Pearsall was fighting to get targets from in his rookie year.
All right, so this is what Ricky Pearsall's done this year. Oh, that's right. Hold on. Here's Ricky Pearsall. 9 games played, 36 receptions, 528 yards, 0 touchdowns, a long of 45, 58.7 yards per game, and 74 yards. His yak is 74. That's what Ricky Pearsall's numbers were this year. But again, he only played 9 games.
Hey, I'm not trying to sound silly here, but comparing Ricky Pearsall to Malik Neighbors is like comparing Justin Jefferson to Jerry Jeudy, okay?
You are sounding silly. I don't think that's a far.
No, that's
I mean, like I could put Malik Neighbors on anybody on that wide receiver core in San Francisco, and he's 10 times better than them. It is a more enticing job.
Yeah, I
All right, Deb. Hey, Deb, as usual. Hey, Denver Deb, as usual. Everything you say is right. You're right, man. My bad. Malik Neighbors is the best wide receiver going right now.
I said he's better than anybody on San Francisco.
Hey, Denver, D, I'd be happy with him on my team.
Yeah, you're so right. I know you would. Did you need him? You need him.
I'm taking 32-year-old Diggs over Ricky.
Hey, listen. Hey, like I said, you guys are right. Malik Neighbors is just head and shoulders above everybody on the Niners, everybody in man.
No, Denver Dam said that. Ain't nobody say that, but Denver Dam said that. Ain't nobody say. But I'm just saying.
Break it down.
Only reason I chimed in on that because you said what has he done in the league. That's what you said about Neighbors. What has he done in the league?
So here, break it down like this. Malik Neighbors and Juwan Jennings. Malik Neighbors and Ricky Pearsall. Malik Neighbors and Kendrick Bourne. I can keep going.
See, I'm not saying Neighbors is a better receiver, but there's no way.
I'm not taking Malik Neighbors over Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry, I can't.
What's up, Chris?
But that's not a position.
Hold on, guys. Chris has got something to say.
Yes, it is.
I'm not taking him over Juwan Jennings.
What's up, Chris?
That's insane, bro.
The best ability is availability.
Hey guys, we're forgetting, man, that Dave's best receiver ain't even playing right now, and we all know how much he loves Brandon Ayuk. Okay, guys.
Exactly.
Brandon Ayuk and Stephen A. Smith should be as close to the San Francisco Niners organization as possible.
You know what? You know what? That's fine. That's fine. You want to take shots at my team? Let me take shots at yours. At least my general manager didn't try to and didn't kill nobody. Denver.
So
Neither did mine.
You compare Jawan Jennings to Wandale Robinson, not Malik Neighbors.
What's that?
I'm comparing to dude. What'd you say?
I said compare Jawan Jennings to Wandale Robinson, not Malik Neighbors.
Dude, hold up. First of all, man, Jawan Jennings' complete game is so underrated.
Oh yeah, he's balling.
You talk all that stuff, but Jawan Jennings' complete game is underrated because he blocks. He's gonna make the tough catch. He's not super fast, and he still gets open, and he gets his money. Where are you? Right.
Is he always healthy?
Where is he going? And he's pretty much.
Can we compare stats? Can you look up Wandale Robinson stats and Jawan Jennings stats?
Go for it.
Who does Wandale Robertson play for again?
Both solid wide receiver twos.
Who does Wandale Robinson play for again?
The Giants.
The Giants.
Hey, that should let you know how much you know. Who does he play for again? Great job, Armchair. You proved the point, right?
Let's see here. Wandale. All right. Wandale Robertson this year. 16 games played. 92 receptions. 1,014 yards. 4 touchdowns. 63 point yards per game. And a yak of 386.
But you're taking. So we're gonna take the numbers, but would anybody on this panel actually take Wandale Robinson that knows football over Jawan Jennings?
Well, I don't know. What do you value more? That's what it boils down to.
I value the blocking, which is complete. I value the guy that's a game changer, which is complete. I value it all. So I'm talking football. I'm not talking about somebody's razzle dazzle, because if that's the case, well, you know, there's a razzle dazzle guy sitting at home wearing number 8 in purple.
Wandale can run routes pretty good too.
Oh yeah, he's all. Hey, Denver Dev, like, oh yeah, hey guys, it's true. Denver Dev said it. Wandale can run right. Routes pretty good.
Hey, I'll take Tez Johnson.
You put up those numbers with the rookie QB too.
That's I know.
Well, not only that, a rookie QB and Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston.
What has Tez Johnson done this
So
year?
hold on, man. You guys are sleeping on Jameis Winston, man.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I'm comparing, you know, Mac Jones to Russell Wilson, I'm taking Mac Jones. If I'm comparing Mac Jones to Jameis Winston, I'm taking Mac Jones.
Like, hey, what game did Malik Neighbors get hurt in?
Week 4.
Wait, so what was Jawan Jennings' numbers?
It was in week 4.
Week 4. So Wandale Robinson became.
That was against.
Wandale Robinson was the only healthy receiver they had, right?
That was against the Chargers in New York.
No, because they were slating all season. They just stopped going to him because he dropped 3 wide open touchdowns.
Oh, okay. Well, then that would. So again, then that would say he was the only receiver they had.
Yeah, and they had the tight end Theo Johnson. They was going to a lot too, but besides that, no, they didn't really have nobody else.
Yeah, other than Robinson, because like I said, I have Theo Johnson on my fantasy team, and that dude disappointed me. That dude had wide open drops too. Well, I'm talking about wide open drops.
Wow, that sounds like some of the Broncos players.
That's what I'm saying.
They had little Jordan Humphrey for like 3 games.
Yep, but now he's on the Broncos team. Not really doing much, but he's there.
I mean, it's the same with Elijah Moore. If we don't activate Elijah Moore for the divisional round, I would be pissed.
You say what, Apostle?
Who would the Denver Broncos meet in the second round in the
whatever the lowest seed.
The lowest seed is. It could be the Chargers, the Bills, the Texans, or the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
Those are the only 4 options.
I think we're gonna be playing the Chargers next week.
Which, if the weather app says this is right, playing the Chargers in 30 some odd degree weather before the feels like and the weather, Oh my God! Bring them to Denver.
I don't think that'll matter in the Buffalo game because they play in that type of weather. So
Okay, so if you say we're playing the Chargers, if you say you're playing the Chargers and you're talking about weather, the Chargers are about to go into Indianapolis or into New England where it's 40 degrees.
Yeah, but that's 42 degrees. It's going to be 32 and windy.
Out here right now.
Let's see here. What is it? So 42.
In the second round, you want the Chargers or Jacksonville?
42 and clear. It looks like. It looks like it's going to be 42 and partly cloudy.
We want to play Jacksonville, and then unless we get to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
I mean the Jacksonville. I mean the Texans.
42 and partly cloudy ain't changing the game.
But Apostle, my opinion is the Texans is not beating the Steelers, so we'll be playing the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
I would assume that both one seeds will be on prime time, no?
They should be.
How they normally work.
Well, you got to remember, next week there's only going to be 4 games, and so one day the number 1 seed will be the late game, and the next day the number 1 seed will be the early game. That's how they always done it.
Yeah, but one will be on Saturday prime time. The other one will
Be on Sunday.
Afternoon yeah. So I'm guessing that they'll probably put the Broncos on Sunday and put the Seahawks on Saturday night.
The Broncos suck. The Broncos are terrible, and then the Broncos shouldn't. You know, they got lucky because Bo Nix, he's terrible. He doesn't win games. You know, it's the defense.
Right.
It's the defense. They do it all. They do it all. The defense still does it all. It's because.
So are people not really giving the Steelers a chance to win this game?
I picked the Steelers.
Who do I sound like?
Well, you sound like Nick Wright.
It's the other way around.
You sound like D. You sound like half of TikTok right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hold on.
We cannot find a Texans fan who won't talk about just their defense. That's all they talk about. You ask them about their offense, they're like,
Broncos need to bench. They need to see the Broncos. What they should have done, they should have benched. They should have never drafted. They should have never drafted Bo Nix. And then
The Texans are 5-3 on the road.
So if the Steelers beat the Texans, do y'all consider that an upset?
That is a great question. I don't know if I consider that upset. I mean, according to the spread, you could, because they have the Houston Texans by 3 in Pittsburgh, so technically that's 6 because you give 3 to the home team.
imagine if the Steelers intentionally throw so they can get rid of Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
They're not gonna fire Mike Tomlin. If they lose in the next,
okay, Taylor, I got you.
They want Tomlin to move on. They're gonna agree to part ways and do some shit like that. They just not gonna say they're gonna fire.
Wait a minute. Hey, Armchair, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Armchair. So the Broncos should have never have drafted Bo Nix. Y'all should have just built a great old line and put all the pieces and got. Y'all should have kept Russell Wilson. And then once you got all your pieces together, and then y'all should have waited for 4 years for a great quarterback draft, and then got your quarterback. And y'all gonna be ready for the Super Bowl then. That's what
you try to be a smart ass, essentially.
Okay, but why are you going after me? You need to be going after Denver Dale. I didn't say anything like that.
Here's the difference, though. D. Here's the difference. Denver was already established when we brought in Bo Nix outside of Washington. That's the difference.
Oh, you guys were a laughing stock before you brought in Bo Nix.
Yes, we were. Yes, we were. Here's a question. Hold on. Let's get back to the playoffs. It's more of an upset if the Chargers go into New England and win, or the Steelers beat the Texans.
It's more of an upset if the Chargers go into New England.
Well, I mean, all things considered generally, it's supposed to, from what I've heard, it's supposed to be snowing in Pittsburgh or some shit like that.
I don't know yet. I know it's supposed to snow in Chicago.
It's the Houston Texans going in against the weather, playing in the cold, and the Steelers are at home. It would still be more of an upset if the Texans won over anything.
Okay, I'll go with you on that one.
Hey, so like I said yesterday, the Chargers and Patriots are virtually the same team on papers.
Right.
So, like, I can't consider that an upset for either team because they both have young gunslingers. They both have a run. They both have a run game when the Chargers can actually block. I know the offensive line's beat up, and their defense plays virtually the same.
Dude, that run game is nasty.
I think my honest opinion. I don't think the Patriots ready. I think the Chargers gonna go in there and beat them.
Really? All right. Why do you got that? Why do you say that, C. Right? What makes you think the Patriots aren't ready?
I just don't think they ready. I just think the Chargers defense is that good.
No, this is This is why I think the Chargers are going to beat the Patriots. One, like you said, they're not ready, and second of all, Drake May is going to have Khalil Mack breathing down his neck all game. He's going to try to run out that pocket a couple of times and try to run the ball. He's going to get smacked by Derwin James or Jefferson a couple times, and it's going to rattle him a little bit. And then Harbaugh is going to outcoach the Ravens in that game.
Wow.
I see Nathan on 2 picks that game.
I'll tell you what, I think the one thing
we all know
that the Patriots have, they're putting this in their lunchbox. They got a two-headed monster at running back that everybody is sleeping on.
Okay, the Chargers do too.
No, the Chargers.
No, he's talking about Travion Henderson.
They don't have the O-line. They don't have the O-line like the Patriots have. And I'm just listening, man. Look, I got the Patriots to dominate this game from start to finish. One thing I do know unless, and he might prove me wrong, unless Herbert is going to flip this playoff jinx that he has, and he might prove me wrong this year. This might be the year that he proves me wrong, and I'll take that if he proves me wrong. But right now, I'm riding with the Patriots to beat them big. I think the Patriots beat them by at least 14.
Wow.
So D, to counter that, right? They got a good run game because that's how Drake May is. I don't know, like I don't watch a lot of practice because I don't really like him. Whatever. I see some highlights and all that in Drake May, but the highlights they show is all Drake May and that running game. But again, like I said, Derwin James and Jefferson are going to neutralize those running backs, and they're going to force Drake May to throw the ball in that game. What is it?
I think that is how you do beat the Patriots because it's how the Bills did it, right? That's how the Bills did it when they were down 24-3. They took away the running game in the second half and started scoring on every drive to make it to where the Patriots had to get out of their comfort zone.
But also the Patriots got a pretty good defense themselves, and they can make you put the ball in that one hand that Herbert's playing with.
They got Christian Gonzalez.
You know, I'm just listen. Hey man, y'all listen. The Patriots ain't nobody to sleep on.
I'm not sleeping on the Patriots at all, but I'm just saying, even Herbert, Herbert has one hand. But I'm just telling you, man, like Keenan Allen, Johnston, McConkey, and even Gadsden, their tight end, man, like I trust them with Herbert passing them the ball more than I trust Drake May throwing the ball without that run game.
Okay. Hey, we're going to see.
So here's the thing. Here's the goal. I think Drake May is going to go into that game and he's going to get punched in the mouth a couple times.
Okay.
And
it's going to be hard for him to acclimate to something like that fast, and it's going to put them behind quick. I mean, he's going to have to try and play from behind. He's going to have to try and play from behind. He's going to have to try and win against the defense and try to punch him in the mouth.
So what you're saying, Dev, is that you think the Chargers offense will go out there and be a little bit of a juggernaut in this game, correct?
I foresee them being a lot better than people think they're going to be.
In what aspect?
The run game.
Okay. Unless that old line magically going to get better, I don't.
Amari and Hampton have run behind that offensive line efficiently.
I have watched them.
So, Amari and Hampton and Kamani Vidal are it.
No, I didn't say they didn't
get through that. They get through that pocket.
Listen. Almost every team in the NFL got a talented running back.
I don't.
You know what you need to go with that talent at running back? You need O-line.
But that's what we're saying, Demetrius. I don't know if you've been watching them a lot, but they is like in the top 10 or 12 in rushing, bro.
Yeah, but hold on though. Hold on. We also got to remember one thing though. They give up a lot of sacks.
A lot.
That is going to be the key to the Patriots winning this game. You are going to have to put a lot of pressure on Herbert.
Hey, I watched the game last week between the Chargers and the Broncos, and when the Chargers should have been leaning on that run game a lot more and protecting Trey Lance, they didn't. And even when they tried, Denver was toying with the Chargers pretty much. Denver could have blew the Chargers out. I'm like, Denver is stopping them when they get ready. Denver's taking this game so light. They're just like, hey, let's win this game. We're going to get out of here with the number one overall seed. We know, and it wasn't even funny if you watch how Denver did it. That's why I was like, dude, I said the Chargers are in trouble because they just don't have it.
And by the way, that offensive line you saw that the Chargers played with, that's pretty much their starting offensive line going in this week. They're on their fourth tackle, their third guard, second right tackle.
Guys, we're forgetting that Herbert has played with that lineup all year. Yes,
Exactly, and that's what I was saying earlier, though. That's what I was saying earlier. For the Patriots to win this game, you got to shut down Omarion Hampton, and you got to shut down Vidal, and you've got to keep Herbert in that pocket because we know Herbert's got escapability. Now, on the flip side, we got to go to the flip side real quick. If I'm Harbaugh, this is what I'm worried about because of the cold weather. We know if that left hand gets hit on Herbert, that cold weather is going to make that thing hurt so much worse. So much worse.
Yeah, but it's going to be so much worse for the pain. But in the end, it's going to pay off for Herbert because if they win that game and then they go, you know what I'm saying? Like they can, that Chargers team can beat anybody. I'm not saying they're the most complete team because, they play stop on offense a lot. There's no blocking for Herbert. Their defense sometimes blown coverages, all kind of stuff. But he's going to eat that pain just for his team.
Oh yeah, Herbert's going to fight through it, and that's what I love about him. Yeah. I'm a huge Justin Herbert fan. I really am. Even though I'm a Broncos fan, I'm a huge Herbert fan, and I don't want to see him hurt worse. That's my fear. Is seeing that hand get hurt worse, where it affects him next year. Because if Herbert gets smacked wrong, and I'm not saying sit Herbert, I'm not saying that at all. Herbert's going to start. But you definitely do not want Trey Lance coming into this game.
That's ridiculous.
No. You definitely don't want to see Trey Lance in this game.
Shit, if Trey Lance come in, it's over.
Well, I mean, we can talk about the offensive line all we want. That's awesome. Right. But here's the thing. Nobody is talking about the Patriots pass rush. And they don't get 22nd in the league in total sacks. They don't get to the quarterback. Their edge rushers are not good. All Herbert has to do is make a timely decision or hand the ball off, and there you go. You're winning the game.
I know, Indy, man. It seems like this week is going by slow to get to these games.
Hey, the key points for the Chargers to win this game, and you guys think of prejudice. But Lad McConkey is the key to the Chargers' success. When they didn't use him a lot, there's a couple games where he didn't have any catches at all. The Chargers' offense was almost completely stagnant. But the games where he went off, where he had a 100-yard receiving, that offense scored at will. You know what I'm saying? McConkey is the key to the Chargers' offense, and I don't think they use McConkey right.
I'm going to agree with you 1,000% on that, Chris. 1,000%. I like Lad McConkey.
Yeah, when they came back to that team, it's like Lad McConkey took a back seat.
Which is okay because he understands, Keenan Allen was there before him, and Keenan Allen did the work. And I understand that. Keenan Allen is still producing numbers. But when Lad McConkey is catching the ball and is getting yards and is just causing chaos for the defense, that offense scores probably, I'd say 12 to 15 more points a game than when they don't give him the ball.
Yeah, but Chris, Lad McConkey rookie year, him and Justin Herbert was on the same page. He was lighting it up.
Well, that's because they didn't have Keenan Allen and Johnston.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And Johnston was terrible, and all of a sudden this dude this year Quentin Johnson this year, I don't know what he did. Maybe he bought some new hands at Walmart, but
when they got that stick on that high Haynes Heyman had from the Giants,
I tell you, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be an exciting weekend. I really do. I don't think, in my opinion, if you look at these games, right? You look at these 6 games, and I really think they could go either way in each game. In each game, it could go either way. Yeah, I get it. Everybody's saying the Rams are gonna blow out the Panthers, but it could go either way. The Packers and the Bears, the 3rd time meeting this year. The Bills and the Jaguars, high-power offense, no defense, soft shell defense. 49ers, Eagles. The NFC West juggernauts versus the defending Super Bowl champs. Can the beat-up Chargers go in and unseat a second-year quarterback who everybody is screaming should be the MVP? And can the number 1 defense stop old man time, Aaron Rodgers? I mean, that's how you look at these games. That they could literally go either way. I mean, look at the game last week with the Steelers and the Ravens. I mean, you're watching this game and you're like, wow, the Steelers are about to get blown out. But they clawed back. And they won. It don't matter the way they won. A missed field goal, you still win the damn game. And then everybody wants to go, I can't believe the Texans did that against the Colts and they kept them in that game. I'm like, I'm over here scratching my head like, you do realize that not a single Texan starter played the second half. So
if the Steelers want to beat the Texans, because the Texans are going to play great defense.
Oh, they are.
Their head coach is a defensive-minded coach. Everybody knows the Texans are going to play great defense. Offense ain't so much. But the problem is the Steelers have to play great offense themselves, and they got to hope that they don't get the Steelers from the last 2 weeks where Jalen Ramsey and Joey Ford Jr. have blown so many covers.
Although I know, especially like, here's the key thing. What do you think about it? The Steelers cannot commit a turnover. That's what I think is a key factor here. The Steelers cannot turn the ball over.
So even if they do commit turnovers, if the Texans offense doesn't commit turnovers, that's the problem.
Yeah, the Texans can't score, so I think if they commit a turnover, they'll be fine. Like, I think this is going to be a field goal type of game.
That's what. Okay, so if it's a field goal type of game, that turnover can cost you the game because of a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't put nothing past Aaron Rodgers' ass, man. I just can't do it.
Well, hopefully he goes and goes to his dark room and gets whatever he needs and all that, and he's ready to go. Right? Because again, my dad's a Steeler fan. So will I be happy if the Steeler wins? Yes, because my dad's a Steeler fan. So it's not like I'm rooting against them. Yeah, I have the Texans winning, but because I, understand football. And defense wins. And I think the Texans offense is going to run the ball very well. And as long as you tell CJ Stroud, number one, don't turn over the ball. And you don't have to go out here and win this game. You just can't go out here and lose it. And what I mean by that is I'm telling my quarterback, don't go out there and turn over the ball. Go out there, play your game. You don't have to be a hero and play hero ball and go out there and win this game. You just have to go out there and not lose it for us.
Hey, so here's another take on that Steelers-Texans game, right? So if the Steelers put pressure on Stroud and he starts rolling out of the pocket and they miss the sack like they did against Lamar Jackson, then it's going to cause blown coverage because that's what happened last week. Jalen Ramsey and Porter and other thought that they had Lamar Jackson sacked on that one play and he ran down the field.
Yep.
That 70-yard bomb to Zay Flowers. So that's what caused that busted coverage. But I'm just saying, if they do that to Stroud, and he's able to get those guys open because they stop guarding because they think they got the sack, then the
Yeah, in the second, Buster,
I agree with you. This year is completely different. It is going to be a complete mystery. And you got to think about this aspect.
When they,
I think Stroud will run, unlike what Baltimore did. Meaning, when Lamar rolled out, you know, everybody was saying on that, what was it, the last drive or the drive before last, when he rolled out and he could have got the first down, but instead he threw it out of bounds. And they're like, if they lose this game, you can bring it back to that. Well, if CJ Stroud's in that scenario, CJ Stroud's running. He's not throwing it away. Because CJ Stroud is healthier. I still think Lamar was beat up in this game.
That's what I'm saying
I think Lamar's back was still affecting him in this game.
I think that the thing that, man, is going to be the great unequalizer in this game that you guys are talking about, that Houston defense is ferocious, nasty, and
it is.
And when you don't have the receivers to play with that defense, yeah, I don't even see Pittsburgh making this a great game, man. Not even a little bit.
Man, I'm telling you, they can do it. You know, I'm telling you.
I got you. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a day here. I got to go take my medicine and rest my neck and back. But I want to go with final thoughts. Bryce, what is your final thought?
Jaguars are great. That was me. I said.
I know. Bryce. All right, fine. We'll go back to Bryce. See, right. What is your final thoughts?
Steelers over Houston in a close game.
Love you too, mamas. Denver Dad, what is your final thoughts?
The Jets are still going to be a fuck up if they draft a quarterback in game number 2.
All right. Bryce, what's your final thoughts?
Denver Dev makes horrible football takes.
Apostle, what's your final thoughts?
My final thought is going to be Pittsburgh and Denver in the second round.
Chris, what's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts: Ole Miss, Oregon in the college playoffs tonight.
There you go. I am Blake. Final thoughts.
The Broncos needed this bye week, and hopefully next week Sean Payton can actually dig in his playbook, and the Broncos can actually do something on offense.
There you go. D, what's your final thoughts?
My upset of the weekend: Carolina shocks the world, beats the Rams. Also, I love Denver Dev's takes. I just think, and he has a right to give those takes. I will be going live in about 15.
All right, guys. Thank you all so much for coming on. I will be here again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Let's watch a really good college football game tonight. Know that I love you. My family loves you. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Who plays tonight?
Who is it? Miami and Ole Miss?
Ole Miss.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And, doesn't Oregon and Indiana play today, too?
No, that's tomorrow.
They play Friday.
Okay. That's tomorrow. Okay, cool.
No, they play tomorrow night.
Y'all have a great day.
Y'all have a great one. Peace out, guys.
Peace.